Yo, Puff, it's Friday. Do you know what today is?
In-season tournament?
Pod time, my boy! Run that. Back once again. Back once again. Once with the steam whistle. Puff and Vern.
And Vern.
We're back with another episode of Puff and Vern, where we discuss all things Raptors, all things NBA. Yo, Puff, man, what's up, brother? The week
Getting
was
happy
good.
with the samples.
The week was
The
good.
week was all right. It could have been better for the Raptors, but it was all right. They had a big win.
Seeing-
You know, they had a big win, so it was all right. It was all
good
right.
to
It
go.
was all right. It was all right.
Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, so how them Raps staying, Vern? You still think they're a 500 team?
I still think they're 500 team because they're hovering around.
Some
500
days
team.
they do look like they're 500.
Yeah.
Some days they
Like I totally forgot about.
a lot of days they do.
I was gonna review just the two games, but then you remind me of the Cleveland one. The Cleveland one was a really good game because it happened on that Sunday, right? It's a really, really good game. I thought they had that one.
Yeah, it's good. Like the last two games they lost, they didn't win, but at least it wasn't no blowout. Because there's been a few games from the first quarter down 20. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
The Nets game was a little, was it 14-15?
Yeah, but that's the problem. Raptors at some point they just get
Yeah.
like they can't score and they can't stop.
I don't know what it is.
Like,
Because they're like even the game that they lost, like the Cleveland game. If the Raptors could play like that, like more on a regular, just to be that competitive, as you said, forget the blowout. Don't get done by 20.
don't go down by 20. 'cause
Orlando
a
disrespected
lot of these games they go down by a lot, but they come back. Like the game they played in the in-season tournament against Boston, that was okay. You lost, but it was down to like 2-3 possessions at the end of the game.
Exactly. But then,
Okay, you saw them fight.
play a little better.
A few shots went
earlier,
in, you would have won that game.
the one day game.
But there's a lot of these games like Orlando, you're down by like
Right.
20 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Come on, now.
That's ridiculous.
Orlando came at their head. Anyways, we're gonna talk about Orlando later.
But right, that was a good loss. If you want to say it. No loss is good. So I'm
No loss is good, but good.
That's
loss. So this
no
man-
loss.
what's
So you
man
need
chat
that
about?
thing. I
What's
need
man
that
chat
check that.
about?
But encouraging, I should say. It was an encouraging sign. But then the Brooklyn game, I was like, okay, maybe it happens. So back to back, they're coming off, right?
You're giving them excuses.
No, they got boxed up in
Coming
the
up with
Brooklyn game.
excuses. Yes,
They couldn't hit nothing. They couldn't hit the side of a barn.
Yeah, they got boxed up.
And they got 8 in the paint. 50. They gave up 50 paint points, Bob. 50 paint points.
The Raptors. It's like you want to root for them. I love them. I'm rooting for a lot of them, but you understand.
It's
You kind of
crazy.
see that there's something that needs to change.
Crazy.
Scotty is like you're gonna see it's his team. It's like
They need to get some solid
it's
shooters
his team.
because their defense, they're not bad because they have. I always say, remember we always talk about they have to get rid of one of them. I don't know, man.
Well, so you're talking about
Siakam or OG. I don't know. I think if you get like some better role players around them, some
That
better
is true
shooters,
because they could be that core, that three.
you get a better big.
that core. Even
Get
if
a
Schroeder
better
stays, they have
Yeah, I like Schroeder, and then
but
Malachi's not bad.
They do need a like somebody in the middle to
They
really
need-
deter the
I don't
layups
know.
and the shots.
Pirtle to me is a good backup. He's a good second big.
Right, it's true.
It's good second big.
Oh, they need like a Gobert,
Right.
a Gobert
Maybe,
in the middle.
maybe
To block some shots
But
and get dunked on?
we need someone who moves.
But we do need somebody that's active, that could jump,
Yeah,
that
that
can
could
has
move
size.
that size.
Because they need the defensive presence and they need the rebounding.
I'll say
Because the
if
Raptors they do get bust up on
What
rebounding.
about
too
a
much.
Drummond? If we had a Drummond, that makes it a little different.
Well,
Wait,
the
no, he
problem
can't
is
shoot.
Drummond can't shoot
He
a
can't
tall,
shoot
tall,
a
tall,
lick,
tall, tall.
so we don't need him.
You can't
Yeah,
even shoot
yeah,
a
you
free
can't
throw.
shoot a
That's the
lick.
biggest problem.
Right. But also, like, in that Nets game, do you realize when the Raptors losses, like when they lose bad and everyone plays terrible?
Yeah, it's like nobody can
Like,
hit.
no one
nobody
hits
can-
nothing.
There's some of those days when like
Just like that
you
Nets
can see
game.
it from the jump.
The Nets game,
when-
Pascal was
when
4 for whatever.
Nobody's hitting.
Scotty was 5 for 15.
Oh
OG was
my
4 for
God.
12. Pascal was 5 for 17.
That's when it's hard to look, man.
Yeah. They always get dust out.
Enough time I have to turn it off.
But-
Can't take no more.
But, The Nets, the Sun game. The Suns game.
Suns game was nice.
Suns game gave man a smile on their face.
The Raptors got lucky because Booker sprained his ankle twice in that game.
At the defense that they put on Booker that mashed him up, bro.
Twice. I think he sprained his ankle on Schroeder's foot twice in the game.
Barnes and what's name was locking him up.
So they were locking him down.
They were locking him up. Raptors were destined to win that one.
Oh, yes.
Right?
That was a good game. See, that's why, like,
they shot good.
They did shoot very well.
Everybody shot good.
They shot good. Like, it's weird. Like, some games, it's just going down. Then some games, nothing. The wide open shots. The shots that need to go down ain't going down.
So with that, I just think about it. Right?
You still think they're a 500 team?
Yeah, I still think they're a 500 team. Because they're hovering. Right now, they're one game.
Yeah, they're like...
They're hovering, right? They're one game. If there were 3 or 4 games, I'd be like, all right, nah.
You think Raptors could even go on like a 3-game winning streak this season?
I think they can. I
don't think so.
I think they can.
Raptors win 1 and lose 2.
Can.
Win 2 and lose 2.
3.
Lose 2, like, and it's like games that you think they should be competitive and has a chance to win. Like,
this team, right? What this team needs to do if they want to like win more games than what they're predicted to win, they need to be more competitive. Because the more competitive you are, the better chance you have of winning games.
Maybe they need to pay some refs and get some refs on their side.
That will never happen. Those
refs are just hating on the refs. Always.
That will never happen. Raptors and refs? That will never happen.
I think we talked about the Raptors.
But Raptors. That was a good
kind of cheesy. I don't want to say good.
It's decent. Sorry.
When I hear something in all week,
decent.
2-0, 3-0, 4-0, then I see a good week.
But
1 and 2.
But if you look at it, though, I get what you're saying. But they had some.
I saw some improvement, but still, it's
but that's good. Over 20 games, that's good. But you also see they have some signature wins, though.
Yeah,
but it's like they beat some big man.
2 in the middle.
But they can't beat the little man. Them. That's the same
struggle
with always.
That's what I'm saying. You can beat those guys, teams that are good, but you need to beat the teams that are bad. So
it's like you can see the competitive level when they play those guys.
Yeah, but
right. But
they step up, but they need to step up all the
Raptors
time.
right now, they're a 500 team. I'm sticking with that right now.
I don't know if they're making the playoffs.
But if you look at it, Indiana's falling. All these squads are falling, right?
But Indiana's nice, though.
But Indiana is nice.
They look like they're playing better than Toronto.
Yeah, right now
they're balling better than Toronto. So.
But that's a wrap
on the Raptor Rewind. Till next time. Hopefully I'm a little cheer up because the Raptors will win 2 games or something, you know?
Yeah, I'm always hyped talking about the Raptors. But now we just move around what's going on around the league, around the NBA.
Around the league is very interesting.
But before we do that, right, I got a funny thing I wanna bring up. So, we're starting around the NBA. First thing I gotta bring up is a quote. We can't guard. Stop. Okay, we can't guard or stop a stop sign. We can't guard anybody or stop a stop sign. Kyle Kuzma. I'm sorry, I have to give the Washington Wizards a shout out.
That's what he said. We can't guard anymore or stop
a stop
sign.
Yeah, we can't guard a stop sign. That's what the man said. We can't guard a stop sign.
That's very interesting to see.
What are they toward something?
That team is trash anyhow, though.
But at least, did they win a game in November? I know Detroit never won a game in November.
Detroit never won. Washington, I think they did win.
I don't know what I just brought it up because that was funny. That's why we're starting around the league, right?
That team, I feel sorry for them.
I will never talk about those guys ever again.
Jordan Poole looking like a damn idiot on that team.
KG said that man needs to be out of the league. I don't know about that, but he's not playing Chris right now.
It's just not playing Chris immaturity. He's not mature enough to play as a leader on a team. Like
not at all.
Nah.
Not
that team's
at all.
struggling. What other team is really bad? Detroit.
Oh,
Lord. I feel bad for Detroit. I want Detroit with a.
They didn't win a game in a month.
Oh my God!
How you in a calendar month? They didn't win one game.
I think
it was horrible.
San Antonio was on a 13-game losing
yeah, but
streak.
We expected that. Actually, we can't really say much because what are we going to expect out of Detroit and San Antonio? Right, it's the same thing with the Rockets, but the Rockets are playing a lot better.
Oh, Rockets playing way better.
Rockets playing a lot better.
By getting those vets, they're
playing a competitive dynamic.
Yeah, they changed it all up.
Right. But, there's one person in particular, man. I don't know what's going on.
With who?
Haliburton? Oh my!
That's man's
Listen,
bad, man.
I might have to be talking about that man
I'm
every
on Haliburton's
week.
bandwagon.
I might have to be talking about that
love
man
Haliburton,
every
yo.
week. He
Haliburton
should have been.
and his skip.
Who was? See, now it should have been Ant-Man number 1, Melo number 2, and Haliburton number 3.
When did Haliburton get drafted?
The same draft as Melo.
No, what position?
I think 5
Well, that's not
to Sacramento.
Haliburton's killing it, yo. It's interesting. That trade for Haliburton and Sabonis was one of the most perfect trades.
We gotta say it again.
of all time.
I've never seen a trade so
Like
perfect.
both teams just
So
turned
perfect.
the corner with that trade.
And both of them has been all-stars, so it has worked out. And
Haliburton and Buddy Hield is playing wicked on that team.
This man,
And
lost.
then remember they got that Bruce.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
told you that guy's a bad man. That guy's a winner.
Watch this. Check this. They lost, I think, to Miami, and Haliburton had 44
Wow.
on 50% shooting.
Wow. And he probably had like 15 assists or something, 12 assists.
Yo, he was
That's
almost in
killing
the 50-40-90 club.
That guy's killing it.
Yo,
That guy's
oh
killing it
my
right now.
goodness.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was gonna say. I think he's like just outside of like the top 5, or maybe even in the top like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
in
man.
MVP ranking this year.
Yeah, man.
That man's killing it.
27,
That man's killing it.
12, 50%
That man's
shooting.
killing it.
27 a game. 12 assists on 50% shooting. 88% from free throw line.
That man's a bad man.
Ridiculous.
What else you want to talk about around the league?
Ridiculous. Round the league,
What I want to talk about
What do
is
you want to talk about
Orlando
around the league?
Magic.
That too. But let's do this. Orlando Magic, OKC, and Minnesota.
All right. Well, those are 3 teams that are made a big improvement this year. Well, first of all, I want to talk about Orlando, because Orlando, I saw that from the few games early season when they were playing
the East.
Yeah, they're second in the East, but
I can't believe it.
The first few games they played against LA in the season,
I
saw that they were looking nice. I saw that.
You saw the signs.
I saw
the signs.
These man, because even when they're about to play Raptors, I said they better watch out, because Orlando's not the team of Orlando. Oh man, and what's his name? That Banchero guy? Oh, Pop, that man's a bad man.
Yeah. Paulo's a bad man.
Oh, they're
Paulo's a
playing
bad
nice.
man.
Even Jalen Suggs is starting to ball out now.
He plays hard.
What's their
And the
point guard?
Franz Wagner. Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner.
They're brothers? Both?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Both from German brothers. Yeah. Franz is a young one. He's a younger one, and they both went to Michigan. Cold. They're nice.
Orlando's a nice team.
Orlando, I think they're on Germany, so they won.
Yeah, they won.
So they're coming back turned up.
Orlando is making the playoffs for sure.
Yo, Orlando's 10-5.
I'll put that down.
Orlando's
they're for sure. They're for sure making the playoffs in the East.
Orlando's 10-5. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer because it's Orlando. They lost for so long. No.
It's just how I see. Yeah. I can see the energy and how they're playing.
I get it.
How they move quick. They're actually pushing the ball like.
They're
like a track meet.
I'm gonna give it to All-Star.
I don't see any other team playing as fast as they're playing.
I'm gonna give it to All-Star, and then I'm gonna see.
I could see that right now.
Yeah.
Unless like 3 of them, their starters get mashed up or something, they're due.
They're due for a losing streak.
They're going in playoff.
It's Orlando. They're due for a losing streak.
And they're beating some good teams. It's not like they're just beating the trash teams.
Since Jonathan Isaac came back, they're a different squad. I can't lie.
Their team is
can't
nice.
lie, because Jonathan Isaac locks down the middle.
Trust me, I wasn't watching no Orlando Magic games, but this year I take a look peek because they're nice. They're nice.
He's been injured for the last 2 years.
Yeah, he was injured for a long time.
So you could see now, and they got rid of Mo Bamba because of him. Yeah, that team is nice.
And now the next team you're talking about, OKC. Oh my God!
You want to go Minnesota first or OKC?
No, OKC. Little Minnesota last.
Okay, 12-6.
Bad, yo.
Listen.
Shay's just on the next level. Then they have this man Chet. I'm more excited about Chet. Even though we know Shay's just a bad man. He's
Shay's
just nice.
MVP. I say top 5.
I think right now he's ranked third.
Or that's
fourth?
Right.
Or fourth or something like that.
That's 46-6 on 54 shooting. 54% shooting from the field. 2 steals.
Who wants to listen to all these stats?
I'm just letting you know why he's a bad man.
We know he's a bad man. You watch him play, he's a bad man. Shay's wicked. All-star
starter.
That team is very. What's
first team
Jalen
All-NBA.
Williams? I don't know which one they
They
got.
have like three J-Dub on the team.
I don't know.
They got
There's
Jason
one of them that's
Williams.
nice. And
Jalen
he's
Williams
long.
is a guy that starts with the braids.
Yes, he's
Jalen
sick.
or Jalen Williams or something like that.
That team is very exciting. Then they have Chet Holmgren.
Oh, Chet is Rookie of the Year.
He's Rookie of the Year.
I'm sorry, Wembanyama.
That guy, he's nice, super efficient.
Yo, Chet shoots 41% from three. Okay, that's all you need to know.
Then they have what's his name?
Yeah, Lou Dort.
Lou Dort stepping up.
Man down.
Oh my gosh, that team is very solid.
Yeah. Yo,
That
Chris
team is
Paul
solid.
talks highly of Shea and Lou Dort.
I watch a lot. I watch OKC games. If I see them on the bill, I take an OKC.
That's my young boy team.
OKC is exciting.
That's the young boy team.
If you want to move on to the last team, Minnesota, they're balling out too.
Minnesota's second in the West.
Black Jesus.
Sorry, they're first in the West.
Yeah, they're first in the West.
Not second. Sorry.
Excuse
me, Ant-Man.
You say Denver did have some injuries. I assume Denver would be number one because
they're coming back.
Their main point guard been out.
Eventually, Denver's not going to win as much games. They're going to be competitive because they're going to say, "I've been there already." I'm just trying to get to the playoffs.
Need to be.
It's not about the regular season for Denver.
They
need to get to they'll be like two or three.
Top three.
That's their top three. They're good.
But Minnesota's turned it around, man. Originally with that trade for Gobert, I didn't think it was good. But this year is different.
Because Ant-Man elevated.
He did.
His mid-range game is crazy.
And I think they realize it's his team. I see how it's moving different. Yeah. Like, Cat realized it's not me.
And if you look at it, because guy. I
could be the number two.
Okay.
But you know
so when you look at a superstar, right? The characteristics of a superstar, you have to be number one. You have to be charismatic. Mm-hmm. Yo, did you see Ant-Man in that Funny Marco convo?
That's not the rules because remember we see a man named Kawhi that brought us a championship.
No.
Okay,
but no, he's a superstar. But Kawhi is not like he's wicked, but he's not like Kobe. He's not like LeBron. He's not one of those men that you could be the face of the league.
He's balling.
No, Kawhi is wicked. No, I'm not saying that, but you could tell. That's why a lot of people started gravitating to Ant-Man, yo. He is dangerous.
Oh, he's exciting, and you like to listen to him. He's funny.
Like he's funny.
Yeah. That's the reason why. They want to hear his interviews.
Yeah,
he's funny.
He's charismatic. He knows
on the court.
On the court, he's
that guy is killing it right now. Killing it. And I think Gobert does help them now. Because putting him in the middle, I know Gobert, everybody hates him. Nobody passing the ball.
He doesn't need the ball. He averages 15 and 10 without getting any plays.
It's just rebounds. It's just rebounds and putting it back in. That's what Kobe used to tell Shaq. Get the rebound.
Shaq is like, are you dumb?
Get the rebound.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? But those three teams...
Yeah, those three teams have took a serious jump this
year. Before we switch and touch something
all
else.
Three of them, I think, is playoff.
Before we switch and touch on something else. Out of those three teams, who do you think is going to slide down? Where do you see them finishing? Do you see them getting the playoffs?
What do you mean slide
like
down?
Solid playoffs? Are they going to make solid playoffs?
Yeah,
like
I don't think
they're going to be. They ain't going to fall below 6.
Well, I know OKC and Minnesota, they will be in playoffs, not playing.
Okay, so top 6.
Orlando, I see there's a possibility, but I would still say they'll be top 6.
Wow, that's big.
Out of those three teams, I think maybe only Orlando has a chance.
I wouldn't be surprised if all those teams are in the playoffs and they're
I think they are.
And they're high seed.
I think they're all in the playoffs.
And they're in like top 5.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Them man
are balling.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And the one next man we have to talk about is balling is Mr. Mark Cuban. Oh
shit! Before we even touch that, I want to end with Mark Cuban. I heard there's going to be mergers of commentary for the in-season knockout round. So ESPN and TNT, they're going to collaborate and announce the games. So you're going to have like...
The same game?
Yeah. So you know how you have like Reggie and things shooting it? The cast, you may have like an ESPN cast and like Reggie doing the game together.
Why would
announcing the game.
Interesting.
They're trying to switch it up. Because I always said this. I always said this. I always said this.
Nothing.
No, but I always said this, right? I don't know if you... Let me know if you agree with me. TNT, they have the best halftime show.
True. That's true.
ESPN has the better announcing.
Yeah,
in-game announcing.
That's true. I agree.
So it's funny to bring in those big name announcers.
Honestly, really and truly, half the times I don't even listen to announcers. In the game, like a lot of times I have the sound off. music playing. I'm just watching the game.
That is true. That is
because imagine if you went to see the game, there's no announcers in your ear.
Exactly.
You're just watching
the
game.
That's a very good point.
So it's like
you that and watch it.
I watch it.
So the announcing don't ruin anything for you. Because sometimes they talk some shit.
Sometimes it's funny, like especially I did like when Mark Jackson and Van Gundy was talking some ish. I did enjoy that, but still, it's like I was surprised they got rid of them too because I enjoyed their commentary.
Listen, and too, they split up a lot of tandems because Doris Berg is now with Mike Breen, who used to do it with Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson, right? Doris Berg used to do it with a guy with Paul Jones's brother, Mark Jones. Mm-hmm. So now they you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on over there in ESPN.
Honestly, I don't care who's commentating.
It is what it is. I just wanted to bring it up. We're off that. Right. So now we're going back to balling. Hey,
big balling.
Listen, this if people don't know, this is how big, the man bought that team for $235 million.
I think it was 300?
235 or 80 something million.
Something ridiculous.
200 and something million he paid for the 3.9. Call that $4 billion. It
was 3.9?
Hold on. I wrote that down. I had to write that down. Mercy. Oh, so you're right. $3.5 billion.
Did he sell? But I don't know. Did he get? Well, I don't know because he didn't sell all of.
No,
he has ownership.
He still
stakes,
has like control over like.
He has control, but he still has ownership stake. But it's not majority.
Yeah, he sold majority stake. But I think he kept like like operations of the team and stuff like that. Now.
Because if you listen to the interview on All of the Smoke, the Mark Cuban, remember he was talking about his sons possibly taking over or his children. He was like he doesn't want to give that to them. And I kind of sense, it's like, okay, what is he thinking of doing next? Somebody to take over? That's probably was. He's like, let's sell the team. I can still be a part of it while I'm here. And then my kids just can live off the money.
I've already built it to what it is. It's time for me to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It makes sense because me.
Yo.
3 point.
That man, he built up that team. I remember when it was the Dirk and Steve Nash and Jason
But then
Kidd.
the thing is, also in that interview, he was talking about how he's not worried about the money, the broadcasting contract, this one, but he's saying the future broadcasting contracts they're worried about. So that big money that's coming in from all of the broadcasters, it may change because look at it. Look at all this thing, ESPN, all these things are changing.
Yeah.
Everything's online now.
ESPN is now on YouTube, bro.
Yeah. So
everything
YouTube,
is
Netflix, they're taking like some of these sporting games.
All streaming is
going to be very different. So now
TV won't be the same.
Yeah, it won't be the same.
Because every man, listen, man, this is now become a bootleg world. You could bootleg anything you want.
Vern bootlegs everything. I don't bootleg that. Not that thing.
I don't bootleg anything at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. You know what I'm saying?
On to the next topic.
Man, but Mark Cuban, man, that's some guap right there.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. So I don't know, not a long talking now. Vern sipping on his drink. But I think we want to get back to watching our basketball game that's on right now.
That is it, man. Listen, man, that's a good episode, man. Listen, Raptors
win more games.
Exactly.
Play harder. Lick more shots.
And Puff, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, man. It's about that time.
Back once again.
Don't forget.
Back
Like,
again.
Subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when we drop. Because we want to run up the likes, run up the views. Puff and Vern, all things Raptors, all things NBA.
Till next time.